Hello and welcome to another video from oorail. This is Loco Works Wednesday, and today we're taking a look at Clan Line as a Hornby locomotive. It's 35028, and now this loco works fine. It's running okay. It hasn't been running a long time, so it needed some lubrication. So I used the standard liquid bearings, synthetic lubricant for mild trains, and I basically lubricated the gearing underneath, as well as all the moving parts along the loco, and it seemed to work a little bit better. However, there's still a couple of problems with it. It's still making a bit of a whining noise, so it sounded like the motor really needed lubrication. So to open it, it's pretty straightforward. There's a single screw that's in the front right here, and so you just move the bogie back and get to it that way. However, and the purpose for this video is there's this speedo cable that's preventing me from removing the body shell, and to basically remove the body shell, it's obviously attached to the locomotive via this cable here. So this cable doesn't budge. It's tied here and tied here. You're not getting this part off. So the only way to do it is to remove the nut that's holding in the valve gear into the loco itself. And to open that, you're going to need OR 913, which is a connection rod nut spanner. You can also use these 2.5mm spanners that come with tech decks, or if you have access to a hex nut set, you just need a 2.5mm one. They're a little trickier to find here in the States, at least in a store and stuff. So I went and I thought I'd try out the Hornby product. It's not too expensive, and it's pretty straightforward to use. So what you do is you just find the correct, hopefully it's the right tool to use. Okay, so once it's in place, you simply put pressure on the wheel. I don't know if you can see this. So I'm putting my thumb on the wheel like so, and then I'm taking the spanner and apply some pressure, and then just slowly and very carefully remove the thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pull, if I can, the cable out, and I'm going to reattach the screw. And the reason for that is I don't want to lose any other parts, and it makes it pretty easy to put it back together. So hopefully now this should pop off like so, and it does. Alright, so what we're going to do next is take a look at the motor and see what's going on. There's a shroud here that we're going to go and open and get access to the motor. So let's do that next. I'll be right back because I don't have a... Well, actually I do. So this is a set of precision screwdrivers I got from the Dollar Tree. So it's just $1 US, and it comes with 1.6, 2, 2.4, 1.6, 2, and 2.4 Phillips and flathead screws. Pops right open, and then we'll find the appropriate screwdriver. Looks like it might be this one. Yeah, that's gonna work. So these are very handy, and like I said, just $1 at the Dollar Tree. I'm sure in the UK you can pick one up at a pound shop as well. So what we're going to do is undo the screw right here, and very carefully set it aside once it comes out. And I'm lucky here that it's going to come out in the actual connector. So let's take a quick look and see what else might be holding this in. So just what I did was I basically took the screwdriver, and if I turn on the side here, just put it in between this point here and that, and just pried it up, and that's releasing the motor here. So you can see the motor's got some lubricant on it here, but it's also got some dirt. So we're going to go and clean that up, and this here is a bit sticky, so I'm guessing it could probably do with some lubrication. There's also a lubricating point back here that we're going to do, and then we'll put it all back together, and it should be good to go. So normally this Loco has been sitting around for probably the best part of 2 years. It's been a while since I've ran it, so I'm going to cake the oil on there pretty well, and likewise in there, so it gets pretty well lubricated, and then at the back here as well. Normally, if it just been a couple months or a few weeks since I've run it, I would probably have just used a paper clip and done it that way, but because this Loco has been sitting around for such a long time, I'm going to try to make it easier on myself. And so next we're just going to reassemble it. So put the first wire back in, and then close that up. And the next thing we're going to do is, if you look here, there's two clips here, and they go in to the two clips that are in the body shell, right there and right there. So you basically have to kind of, so we'll make sure the wiring is good, and sort of just angle it in. Now the other end, you just basically have to make sure the speedo, that's probably wrong. So you want to make sure that the speedo cable doesn't get wrapped around your wiring, and pull the wiring down, which is where that was headed. Okay, so you can see there, I've got that latched in. Hopefully you can see that I've got that latched in. So that way you can sort of see there's two clips, and they've been latched in. So the next thing you want to do is, the speedo cable kind of has a mind of its own, so I want to make sure it is not fouling anything and is in the right place, which it is now. And then all you have to do to get the front end in is to basically just hopefully click that in place like so. Alright, so next up we're going to put the speedo cable back on, and it's a pretty straightforward process. Just undo, let's get on there, undo the nut again, and it comes off, and then put the speedo cable back on the way it was. I'm going to feed the screw through it, and then adjust the speedo cable as necessary. I believe that's where it was hanging out. Okay, so now the speedo cable is in place, the last thing we have left to do is to put the screw back in here. So we're going to take this, just use the, this is magnetic, isn't it? So what I typically try to do is get the screw in like that, and the screwdriver already, hold it in place, and that's kind of tricky doing this sitting down, so I'm going to try to do it standing up. Nope, I just don't do that either. Yep, there you go. Alright, so there it is all back together. Now you can see speedo cables back in, all valve gears in the right place. Hopefully you can see there that's clipped into the chassis as well. The chassis is level, nothing's foul in it. Looks good to go. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go run this on the layout for a few minutes, and we'll hopefully see it working again and without making the noise that it was making.